Picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
News, everybody. Hey, welcome back. It's Thursday. This is that Captain's Log supplemental I told you about. I'm beat. This morning I helped a friend move a couch, and I'm getting too old to help friends move couches. But that's where I spent my morning. But the mail has come, and I've got my replacement pennants from Keith. Now, had I waited until today, I could have put them on, made my video, and nobody would have been any of the wiser. But what I didn't do was exert enough patience. So what I'm going to do today is put these on, and then we'll be able to finish the ship, because that's all it's going to take. Once these are on, I will do a quick flat coat over top of everything. And then I've got one last piece, which is the, I refer to it as the cherry on top. It is the very clear dome that has to go on top of the bridge that I was holding off on putting down. And I want to wait until the flat coat is on, because I don't want that to get clouded over. So I'm going to flat coat and then pop that in place. So right now I need to trim these out, because I've already got the Delta shields already down. So I'm going to trim those out, and then we're going to put them down on the engines. I am looking at the registration on these, looks very tight, so I'm not worried about them at all, of the white shifting on that. So let's get the bowl and some water and do this thing. Okay, well that's just lovely. Got the pennants down with not a speck of white showing behind them. That's wonderful. And yes, I took away the two side stripes there. I may have to ask Rick about that, but at the end of the day, it just didn't look right to me either. It was pointed out by a couple of people, and I appreciate what you were saying. I just had to sit with it for a while until I realized I wasn't happy with it. Now, this too, I can't do anything with. I thought maybe if I got lucky, Keith would send me one of those, but the bloody fool gave me exactly what I asked for. I emailed him when I originally wanted to get replacements and said, you know, I don't need the whole sheet. I just need the pennants. You could take them and put them on a smaller sheet if it makes it easier for you. So yeah, I did all of that, and he went and followed my instructions to the letter, and therefore I did not get a whole replacement sheet, or else I might have done something with that. But when you look at it this way, this is my justification. When you come into land, you're coming in at an angle, and that 2 is right on that angle. It's on the approach vector. The 3 is on the approach vector. So yeah, I'm sticking with it. Everything else I can live with. Good morning, everybody, and for the very last time, I am going to say it is Friday. It is the last workday of the week. It is the last workday on the Enterprise D. Yes, this is the last day I'll be saying that. The pennants are on. They've dried overnight. This is one flat coat away from being finished. But today's feature is going to be more about the, I won't necessarily say the final disposition, but it's going to be, how am I going to display this thing? That's a big question. It's been a question since day one. Where is it going to go? How am I going to display it? The where it's going to go, I still don't know for sure, but the how I'm going to display it has more or less been solved. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I went to my favorite retail equipment store, retail supply store, and I picked up a what they call a register stand. It's basically a small pedestal that you put your cash register on, but it's got a glass sides and a nice flat top that I can hopefully route the wiring through. So I'm going to be working on that today, and the glass shelf and innards are also going to allow me to protect another 1 or 2 models that I have that I would like to get inside a case. So I need to run out and do a little bit of quick shopping, and then I'll be ready to hit the ground running on this thing. Alrighty, I'm out here in the living room, as I seem to be spending more time these days working on this case. Now, the first thing I did when I got this case was paint it, because the floor in it was white and the inside of the doors were white, and I wanted them to, I saw a white door and I wanted painted black, so I put some gloss paint over it, and this was the same black enamel that I used on the base for the Enterprise D. Now, this is the bottom of the cabinet. You're saying, why are you playing with the bottom of the cabinet? Well, two things have to happen to the bottom of the cabinet. The first one it did, and that was that I put wheels on it. Wanted to put wheels on it because I have a feeling it's going to have to be mobile. It's going to have to move around. So we're doing that. And the second thing we've got to do, see, now we got wheels on it, it moves so much easier, is I need to put a electrical strip in here, which means drilling a hole through the bottom so that I can run power out to wherever the power needs to go. But this is going to run the three adapters, one for the Space Station 5, which is the model I plan on putting in the base, and then two for the Enterprise, one for the speakers and one for the board, the Helios board. So we got to stick this down somehow. There's no mounting screws here, but that's not as important as drilling a hole for the power to go in and out. So I got a spade bit and a one inch bit there, because we have to drill it big enough for the plug to go through. You can't really cut the plugs off and put them back on like you used to be able to. So I've ground it down a little bit to make it smaller. But it's going to go down through the hole and out the side, and then we can start putting the sidewalls on it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to do the beauty passive lighting. I've got everything done. The entire ship is complete. Never going to be more done than it is today. Let me hit the button on the LCARs and do the startup sequence. Here comes the
space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
Now, my admittedly crappy and crude camera work notwithstanding, that's pretty sweet. I'm going to reach underneath here and turn on the phasers. We're going to try to catch that again. Boy, it's just tough to guess where it's going to go. There you go. One right up front. Now that's the top. And now we're going to do the bottom. Oh sure, that one goes right up front. There's the phaser. Now, let me see the bow torpedo. Now, the rear torpedo, you're going to take my word for, because I can't get the camera back there fast enough. Let's see, the ever so clunky warp effect. Yeah, warp effect. We've got the strobe behind the bridge. This was the last little piece I put on, was the dome that goes over top of the bridge. We've got our blinkies on the back of the nacelles. Coming around the back side here, we can see the torpedo, or the impulse, all 3 impulse engines. A little bit of a light leak here. I need to take care of that. Thought I was done. I was not. Red and green tail lights. And this is about as nice of a space as I can show you what it looks like right now. Just don't have a lot of room here. But that's the girl all lit up. And if I hit the power off button, it dims out, and then the facades dim out last. And then I can shut this off. And I can actually, the L cars, I can run this with or without the L car switched on. In case you want to see what the rest of the cabinet looks like, I have my space station in here. I can actually turn that on and get it running, but kind of spoils the illusion of having the nebula drape behind it, behind this ship here. We're going to do that one more time because I like that. And I was talking over it. Oops. Wrong one. I was talking over it.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before.
And that, my friends, is the last I'll have to say about the Enterprise D for a good long while. I don't think there's anything left to say. It's in its place. Well, it's in a place. It's going to have to make its own way in the world. It's got to find some space for it. But it's in its place. All is right with the world. And next week we get on to something fresh, something new. We get on to the Rainbow Connection. So until then, enjoy your weekend. Be good to each other. Be sane out there. get your shopping done if that's what your plans are for the week. Be safe, be smart. Be back next week.